Hey folks, it's Wednesday, and that means it is comic book time. So these are the books that I had pulled for Wednesday, October 13th, plus some other stuff. Some things I pulled off the shelf, some things I grabbed during a live video from the comic shop. But let's start with the stuff I had pulled for me. This is stuff I pre-ordered, been waiting for it, very exciting. So we're going to, and this is in no particular order. This is just the way I pulled them out of the bag. So we have Batman the Imposter, #1. This is from DC Comics. It is one of their Black Label books. Mattson Tomlin and Andrea Sorrentino are writer and artist, I assume. Don't remember what it's about. It's Black Label, great creative team. I think it has something to do with someone else who claims to be Batman or something. I don't know. It's called The Imposter, but dig the Black Label stuff. Speaking of Black Label, Strange Adventures #12 of 12. This is from DC. It's Black Label, written by Tom King. This is the last issue. I really loved this series. I'm excited to find out how it ends. I shouldn't have even done that. Excited to see how it ends. Where's the back? It's about Adam Strange. He's an Earthman. Always gets this beam, takes him to the planet Rann. And it's sort of a murder mystery. Did he or did he not kill somebody? What did he or did he not do to win a war on the planet Rann, however you say it. It's been pretty cool. Last issue, though. How about a first issue? World of Darkness, Crimson Thaw. This is issue 1. It is from Vault. It takes place in the old White Wolf World of Darkness. That was like Vampire the Masquerade, Werewolf the Apocalypse. So Vault has a Vampire the Masquerade book going. And now this is, I think it ties in, but I think it's going to bring in other creatures or whatever. Not really sure. But I always dig the World of Darkness stuff, so I got it. I think it's a mini-series. But this is the first issue from Vault. Another one from Vault. Issue 7 of Witch Blood. Oh, I should have checked the variant covers. Wasn't paying attention. It's been a long day. But it's a good book. They have these sort of tarot card looking covers, and I usually grab those, but I wasn't paying attention, as I said. But Witch Blood from Vault, issue 7. AWA Upshot, Telepaths, issue 2 of 6 by J. Michael Straczynski. I'm about a month and a half behind now on my comic book reading because of a bunch of other stuff I'm doing. So I haven't even read the first issue of this yet, but I like J. Michael Straczynski most of the time. And so I have faith that he's going to do something cool. Vampyverse #2 from Dynamite. Again, so far behind. I haven't read the first issue yet, but it seems like it should be cool. See, I looked at the variants for this, and this is the cover I chose, because I think that's a pretty cool looking cover. But there's going to be more. Issue 5 of Shang-Chi from Marvel Comics. And this is still part of the Shang-Chi versus the Marvel Universe. So apparently he's taking on Iron Man this time. I didn't see another cover for this one. I'm not thrilled with this, but it's not the worst. Kzar, Lord of the Savage Land #2, another one from Marvel, another one I have not read the first issue yet. I hear it's pretty crazy. And I mentioned when that issue came out that I'm a little worried because the solicitation mentioned superpowers. Kzar's not a dude that should have superpowers, but we'll see. Darkhold, Iron Man #1. So this is a bunch of one-shots. Darkhold Alpha came out last week, I believe. And so then we're going to get a bunch of one-shots that are Darkhold character until we get to Darkhold Omega, which will bookend the story. But this is scary stuff, alternate versions of people, I think. I mean, that definitely looks like an alternate version of Iron Man. But there you go. 6 Sidekicks of Trigger Keaton, issue 5. I love this cover. You know, it's supposed to be like a magazine, film and TV magazine. So it's got, you know, articles and things. I always dig this kind of thing. This has been a fun book. And that is from, let's see. I want to say, oh yeah, there it is. It's Image. It's an Image comic. There you go. From DC, we have Harley Quinn, the animated series, the Eat, Bang, Kill Tour. So this is a story that takes place between seasons 2 and 3 of Harley Quinn, the animated series that's currently on HBO Max. Why did my lighting get all weird? I don't know. But anyway, haven't read the first issue yet, but I love the TV show. So hopefully, and I've heard this is has the same feel. Another one from DC, Blue and Gold, number 3 of 8. It's Blue Beetle and Booster Gold, the greatest bromance in comics, except maybe Wonder Man and the Beast. DC's greatest bromance. I have read the first issue, haven't read the second issue yet. I really need to catch up, but the first issue was great, and I always love seeing these two characters together. Then we have Batman Urban Legends number 8. This is an anthology book. Let's see. We've got some part 1s of, there's a 2-part story, 3-part story, and another 2-part story starting in here. And then just a one-shot story. But different creative teams, different characters, all within the Bat family. But it's been really good so far. All right, now I've got a trade paperback here that I believe was originally on Kickstarter, but then eventually came out. It was in the previews. It's from Dark Horse. This is Nexus, the newspaper strips, Volume 1, The Coming of Gormando, however you say that name. Nexus is a very cool character. And let's see if it's actually... Yep, story by Mike Barron and Steve Rude, script by Steve Rude, art and letters by Steve Rude. Nexus was created by Mike Barron and Steve Rude. I have not read a Nexus in a long time, and actually, you can see right up there, I have a Nexus print from Steve Rude that might be signed. Maybe that one's not signed. I have some other Steve Rude prints. There's one right there you can't see. And I have a couple others that were up, but now they're down. But Nexus, if I remember, is like a cosmic executioner. He has these great powers, and something sends him out to execute bad guys. And I think it causes him a moral quandary, but there's all sorts of crazy characters. It's always been a fantastic book, and so when this was solicited, I definitely jumped on it. And I'm looking forward to reading it. All right, so that's everything that I pre-ordered. Now, from the shelf, I grabbed... this is a variant cover. I think the book actually came out last week. So this variant came out this week. I don't know if it was late or if they planned it that way. This is from Aftershock Comics. And this is the mask cover. Aftershock has been doing these mask covers, and they show little scissors. Technically, you could cut it out and wear it as a mask, but the book is Chicken Devil. How could I not want Chicken Devil? Come on. I have no idea what this is about. I remember seeing it in the solicitations, and I already buy too much. So I just grabbed this off the shelf. I suppose if it's really good, I'll have to add it to my pull list, but I could not pass up Chicken Devil. Then, remember Vampyverse number 2? I got a variant cover that it's one of the ones that costs a little bit extra. Not a lot, because some of those variant covers could go huge prices. But I absolutely love this cover. So I had to get it. It's going to go up on my wall. Now, hopefully we won't get too much glare. But there it is. That cover is beautiful. So I paid a couple extra bucks to get this copy. I love it. Then this past Tuesday, last Friday, there was no claiming show last night. Last Friday was dollar show for our live Comics Are Go show. Excuse me. So I got some stuff real cheap. So, no, you know what? Yeah. I'll do this first. Doesn't matter. So for $1, I got Marvel Premiere number 43 featuring Paladin. Paladin's a cool character. I used to have this book way back in the day. It's not in the best shape, but for $1, yeah, I grabbed it. Then here's a book, characters I'm not familiar with, but it seemed kind of cool, although it's issue 2. But this is the Death-Defying Devil and the Flame. It's from Dynamite. That looks like an Alex Ross cover, but I can't say for sure. But $1. Pretty cool. Then, for $6, I got this huge stack of The Shadow from DC. Look, there's a whole bunch of them there. It does not include 1 through 6. And for some reason, issue 16 is missing. So I'm going to have to find issue 16, and then hopefully 1 through 6 I can maybe find in a trade paperback or something. But I used to collect this back when it first came out. Way back in the day. Is there a date on here? Copyright. 1987. There you go. So a whole bunch of them. Like 1 through 18. Or, excuse me, 7 through 18, minus 16, plus there's an annual, for $6. Not bad. All right, and then a couple other things I pulled off the shelf. This is Mighty Marvel Masterworks for Thor, technically. The book he first appeared in is Journey into Mystery. This reprints Journey into Mystery 83 through 100. So I like the Epic collections, but a lot of them are really tough to find. And this is a more affordable way to get these early issues. So that's a reprint of the Thor's first appearance, A Journey into Mystery. There's some of the other covers. So it just reprints the early Thor stories. I also have, from this line, I have Avengers and X-Men. And there's a reprint of the actual original cover, and then there's a new version of that actual original cover, old original cover. I've been getting those, the alternate versions, but all they had was this one, and it doesn't matter that much to me. So anyway, so I grabbed this so I could reread, because I've read them before, the old Thor stuff. And then this one might seem a little odd to people, but from Dark Horse Comics. This is some prose stuff. No pictures, people. This is Vampire Hunter D Omnibus Book 1. So this actually contains the first 3 Vampire Hunter D novels. I'm not a huge anime fan. I don't hate it, but I'm not absolutely in love with it. But this always seemed like a cool story. I love that cover. Man, my light is just so bad for some reason. I wonder if moving this doesn't seem to be having any effect. Well, anyway. Yeah, so I dig this cover, and hopefully it's good stuff. The writing is accessible, I hope. All right. That's it. That's all I picked up. And I do not have a question at this time. All right, I'll just ask this. Are you a fan of anime? I've watched Cowboy Bebop. I'm actually looking forward to checking out the live-action Cowboy Bebop show. Death Note seems like it could be pretty cool. There's some novels for that, or at least one. I hear the American live-action movie isn't that good. I haven't seen it. But there's some really interesting anime things. Attack on Titan, excuse me. A couple live-action movies there I'd like to check out. I hear the first one's like super good. Second one's not as good. But yeah, so I'm not a fan, but I don't just dismiss it outright. Some of it can be cool. I mean, technically, some of my favorite shows when I was a kid, are technically anime. I loved Speed Racer when I was a kid. Absolutely loved that show. And Battle for the Planets. See, now I don't remember. There was the one with Phoenix Force, which was the family. I think they were a family of young adults and kids that had powers and cool ships and stuff. Phoenix Force. And then there was the one with the spaceship that looked like an aircraft carrier, and they were traveling either away from Earth, or their mission was to go someplace and get back to Earth. And there was always a countdown at the end of the episode where they're like, they only have 71 days to get back to Earth. Something like that. One was Battle Beyond the Stars, Battle for the Planets. I don't know, but I loved both of those shows. Absolutely loved them. And technically, those are anime shows, I guess. That was before, maybe because I was a kid, I didn't know the term, but it seems to me that was before anime became the thing here in the States. So, I guess when I was a kid, I was a fan. Now, not so much, although I would love to go back and rewatch things like Speed Racer and the other two that I can't remember the name of. I always have to look it up on Google. But are you a fan? That's the question. That's what I want to know. What are your feelings on anime? And any variations thereof? Do you watch any of the animated? Technically, that's what it is, anime, but then do you watch live-action versions of those? Do you read mangas that are based on it? Or that it is based on? You know. Let me know down in the comments. So that's it. If you have any comments, questions, or corrections for me, put them in the comments below. Comments are open for spoilers. Just post a spoiler warning. We try to be polite here on my dark channel. For some reason, the lighting is horrible. To me, anyway. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you care to follow me on other social media, my Twitter is @Ronin5757. My Instagram, where I post pictures of books, comic books, board games, and fuzzy animals, is Eric Smith 5757. That's Eric with a K, ERIKSMITH 5757. That's all I've got for you this time. So until next time, read more comic books.